Hi, this is Vishal and hope all are doing good, and I am happy to see that we are 1.4K in our YouTube family. So thanks to all subscribers, and I really appreciate whatever you put it on the comments time to time. Whenever I read that, and I will give you the examples on related to whatever your requirement. So thank you so much for your efforts and you learning. So that's a good thing for me, that inspire me, that I create videos for you. So today we have some different topic, as we are working with sometimes with the Kotlin, sometimes with the Java unit testing. So from a past few weeks, I've been very busy, so not make good videos for you. So just today I make a video, a short videos. That means two parts of that videos. On the first video, we discuss about the GPS system, and that is the Google Map. That is simple how we can get these things in your Kotlin, and how you can make a polylines on that. And on the second session of this part, we learn the animations like your Uber and Ola kind of, that means marker motions, as you have seen that car motions on the Google Map. So these kind of tracking apps are boom nowadays, and we learn lot of things, and the Java many tutorials related to that, but I'm making this tutorial related to the Google Map on the Kotlin, so you learn the basic things just for a practice, or the beginner level, that's good, or those who know, that's also be can see that whatever be the requirement. Okay, so we have to learn what is the marker option, polylines, and also be the animations on that polylines, but in two parts. So first we have to go with your simple Android project. You just create your Android project in the Kotlin, and then you go for the Google Cloud Platform. Here we can create some project, and then we can find a API key for our project. So these all the steps I describe you one by one on the video. So let's see. Okay, so here you give any name to your project, just like a test Google Map, and you have to create on that. You just simply say create, and once it create, we can just see that the response of that. Yes, so it's be created, and now we have to go for the Maps SDK for Android. Okay, so here you can see that you have a Maps SDK Android. So this is not our project. Our project is test Google Map. So it's a very interesting part, how you can use the APIs and likewise that. So this is your API, and here you can say that enable API and services. So first you have to enable your service, and that is your Maps SDK for Android. So the first basic step, so whenever you work with the map, you just enable it. So once this API be enabled, you have to start your work. Okay, so that's interesting, and now we have to go for again on this API. Yeah, that is fine. And now here you can see that on your API service there will be the credentials. So you have to create your credentials, that is your API key, and you can copy this key and close it and click on this API key again. Okay, and once it's be created, you have to go for, because you're working for the Android apps, so you can work with this, and you can add, just wait for this. Yeah, you can add an item. So here we have a package name, so whatever be your package, first you can copy somewhere this key. Okay, and you can take it from, I mean, after the project creation also, so no worry about this key. Okay, so here first you have to give the name of this project, that is com example test GPS, whatever be your project, you just put it on there. And here this is your SHA certificate, that is fingerprint. So you can go here on the right side, that is the Gradle. On the Gradle you can see this is your app, this is your Android, and you can see this is a signing report. So run that and you can see that this is your SHA for such a project. So you just copy the SHA there and say done. Or there is some issue with this. Yeah, don't give any gap. So this is your simple restrictions and you have to save these all. That is perfect. Okay, if you forget your API key, you just copy it again, no issue. So this is your, and now close the part, and this is your API key in which we have to work. Again you have to change to this signing report to your app site. Okay, so that's very interesting. And here you just put it your new activity from the gallery, and I want this Google Map activity, that is next, and you just give the same name or whatever your choice, you put it on the activity name. And then once it finish, we use this API key on that map activity. So I think very simple process. What we have done, you just create a simple API, simple project on your Google Cloud platform, and whenever you work with this, everybody has some cloud platform informations, that means account on your Google site, and then you have to go for your API. You can just check it, Android apps, and work with that your particular project and SHA generations, and then put on save on and just copy the key from here. So this is the similar way for Java and Kotlin, both the sides you can learn. Okay, and here you can see that we have a Google Map API key, so you put your API key here. So that's interesting. And this is your map activity, and this is the, you can check your manifest also. So automatically be here, it is access find locations, your user permissions be there, and if you want to add your user permissions, be one more users permission, that is your internet permissions, so you can make it. So everything is fine, but sometimes it gives you title maps, so you just give the name is as an 1, and on your strings XML you just give the 1 to that. Okay, so everything be fine. Okay, so this is the way you work. And in your Journey motions, whenever you work with this, you can go for the Google Nexus or such kind of Journey motions emulators, because of we need the GPS, and GPS be activate on that. So you just click on, and API levels, if it's good if you work with above 20, and likewise that. So let's see how it run. So I will put this documents also, so you learn on the site what we have done. Just simple go, we have to go with the consoles, and here we generate the API. This is SHA, and once you get it, we just copy the API on our project. That's very simple. And Genymotion, we can see that what be our map key inside it. One more thing you have to change, because of I want to use that intent filter from map activity, because of I want to start this map activity. So we can run it again. Okay, so let's see. Yes, so you can see that this is the marker, and this marker at this times be on uh, it sets to be default marker. And if I want to change that the positions, that means this is called the lat long. Whenever you work with the lat long, that means this is your the first one is your latitude and the other one is your longitude, and I want to change it for India. So that is if you put it something like 26.9124 nearer, and the other is 75.7873. You can put anywhere anything, whatever be you can Google it. Yes, and here we can say that marker in India, and then run this. So this is the way, it's a basic thing you can start your Google map. And the marker is always depends on whatever be our latitudes and the longitudes, and that is your lat long. So here it represents is that lat lng, that is lat lng, that's called lat long. So this is your on map ready. In this function, this map be show to you, and this is here add marker. Under that we have a marker options. One by one we discuss about that what is exactly. And this is your camera update factory. So whenever we are lat long be locate, so it always be access to that particular value, and then show the marker on that case. So this is very simple, and marker applied on your Google map. Now we have to do some operations with this marker. That means how you can customize and how you can change the colors. So a lot of stuffs one by one I describe you how you can resize the marker. So these all the stuffs you need it to work with that. Okay, so let's see what happened. So you can see that this is your marker in India. So that's be very easy. Okay, now the second part, how you can change the color of your marker, and if you want to replace some customized marker, how you can do that. This is the second step of this Kotlin tutorial. So first tutorial is how you can represent the marker, show the marker, and now the second case is if you want to change the color. First we change the color and then we can make it customized. So both the operations we apply on that. Okay, so changing the color, what you have to do, you just here we have a marker options. I will describe you marker options how it works, but here you can see that you just click on here you can see this is the icon dot, and in this icon we have a bitmap descriptor factory. That is important class for us, that bitmap factory, and default marker you have to create. And here you can say that bitmap descriptor factory dot, you can see the different kind of color, orange, red, magenta. So that's your hue green. I can you can choose any color be there, so you can change the marker color in Kotlin. So it's a very easy. So what we need a bitmap descriptor factory dot default marker. Under that we have to choose our factory color, whatever you need or whatever you want on that. So it's very easy. It's the same thing, but if you use a marker option as in a separate way, and then you add the marker, and also we can use our customized marker. So both the way I will explain to you. So this is very interesting whenever you work with the Google Map, and if you know the basics of this, so you can learn a lot of, and you can make a very good apps on that. But the main thing is the basic building. So if your foundation be good, you can work on that. So let's see what the result of this marker. So let's see what be the result. Yeah, so this is a green marker. So you can change the color of the markers according to this. So this is the best way to work, that is a bitmap descriptor factory. And now if you want to change that particular marker icons on the descriptor family, so you can do this just like I have in the drawable, that is a car top png. So if you have any png or marker shapes you can put it and use the same thing. I just go one step behind. Okay, so this is a bitmap descriptor factory dot, and here we have a from resource. So that is the other option. This is your r dot drawable dot here car top. So this is the name of my marker. So you can replace that with the marker. What happened? Yes, that is fine. So now if you run this, and you can see that this is your customized markup be there. Then we do the same thing but as in a parts of the marker options. So that's the way you can work with this marker, different markers. That means the same default marker with the colors, and also if you want to change the customize, so you can work on that also. Okay, so yeah, you can see that this is the marker be replaced, but it's too big. Either you can cut your image, or if you want to resize it, because of sometimes you want to make it different kind of sizes. So if you have other screens also, so what to do for that, you can use the resize function. So if we have a function, we can create a custom. Uh, this is your bitmap, and I want to be a drawable, and I'm giving the drawable name. Yes, and this is the string, and I want to change the width of this. So this is your int, and this is the height, and I want to return it as a bitmap. Okay, so for this what to do, you can use a image bitmap, give any name to that, and that is also be your bitmap factory. So that means your bitmap factory can do a lot of work with this. So this is your decode, resources, so in which we can use our resources, and that resources we can fetch it as an identifier. So this is our get identifier. Whatever I give the name to that bitmap, it can fetch that. This is your from the drawable name. Yeah, this is the drawable name, and here I'm giving this package drawable, and comma package name. Okay, and now once it done, that means we have to return the bitmap once you fetch it. So that bitmap be, you want to make a create scaled bitmap. So this is your image bitmap, comma, this is your width, this is your height. So by this you can, and if you want to make it as a false, okay, filter is false. So this is the way you can resize your bitmap, but here you do not use the direct resource, you have to use from bitmap, and I want to make this function, that is your resize bitmap, and here I'm giving the name of my bitmap drawable name, that is car top, and I want to give it 50, or you can check it as a 40 width, and comma 60 height. So we can resize it, and also say everything is fine. Yeah, fine. So now we can check it according to that, and this is customized marker, we can see. Okay, so you can see that the resizable image be here, so you can change it. And one more thing, if you want to make this marker options differently, that means you can use it like well, marker options, and that is your marker options, and now you can use this marker options bs dot, here you can put the icon, here you can put the position. So that means whatever be on a single line, you can work on differently. If you have any issue, you can ask to me, that's very easy. And then add that marker, that means appmap dot add marker, this is your marker options object be here. So this is your choice. And now if you go with polylines, so first we discussed what we have done. So here we have done with the markers. Marker indicate the single locations on the map. You can customize your marker by changing the default color or replacing that marker, and we can use the image instead of that. So that's the way you can resize the image on that. Okay, so here the lat long value of the marker position is on the map. This is the only required property for a marker object. And we have other options be here. We have a anchor, we have a alpha, we have a title we have worked already, snip, and icon, draggable. So these we have to work, but you can check it one by one. That's very easy. The main thing is you have to work with the title, and this is our icon, how we can set that. Okay, now we have to come on this polylines. For what we need polylines, sometimes we want to track our any animations on the case. So what we have to do, we use the polylines and poly areas, that means polygons be here. So I will describe you by the animations on my second tutorial, but today I'm just explaining to you what are the polylines. So if you have many lat longs on your map and I want to connect all them and I want to move that our car on that, or whatever be the path on according to the lat longs, so that means that be your polylines. So how you can use that, I describe you. Okay, so for this first we need a multiple markers, so that means multiple lat longs be here. So for this we can use a internal where list of points, and I want to make it as an array list, so can make it for the lat long. Okay, so this is my array list for the lat long, and you have to make a different functions for that. So this is your fun, and you can set that set lat longs be here. Here in this case we have to add the list of points dot add, and you can add your lat long. At this time we are adding this, but in the future I will describe you how you can take it from your web services and use it. So here I am using some lat longs b5612 comma, you put it any near about 73.6213, and just copy paste it and use it. Just little bit changes on that, make it a 25, make it a 28, make it 21, make it 31, and here you can make it as a 70, or just do little bit changes in it, 20.70, and here 28.69 we can do, and here near about 1417, and the same we can do the changes be here. Some put it on the 74, and here I'm making the changes near about and use it as 3153, or here you can put it be as 71, and this is your something 74, 73. Okay, and make it as 1. So just simple changes we have worked with this list of points, and now we have to add the polylines on the on particular satellite longs. So you can use a polylines, make a method add polylines. Okay, and here for this we have a polyline options, this is, and that polyline option we have a class polyline option. That means once you create your object of the polyline options, we have a polyline options dot add all, and here I am making addition of list of points, that means your array list I want to add, and polyline options dot width, I want to make some width of this, that is nearer 5f, and this is your color, that means polyline width we need it, and if you want to change the color you can use red or whatever be your requirement. And here we have mmap dot add polyline, and here this is your polyline options. So this to be ready, and here on map ready you can access that, or you can call all these to be, so you can see whatever be the answer of this, okay, or representation of that. So this is your first, you have to set let logs, and here add polylines. So now we can see what be our values showing it. So that is interesting. Okay, let's see what happened in it. Yeah, so you can see these red lines be here, but this is not a zoom. So I will describe you on my next sessions how you can zoom this camera and how you can run that particular object on these polylines. So first you have to learn these basic things, that means how you can make a marker, change the color, how you can change the icon, resize the icon, and your polylines, how you can add that. So these all stuffs very simple. So first we learn in the Kotlin, then we go for the second video soon, in which we learn how you can animate this car just like your Ola and other many apps working on that. So it can do the smoother, that means animation on the given tracks, and these tracks be your polylines. So thank you so much, and we have to wait for the day, and soon we'll come for the second session of this video. So we continue this video on the second part. Thanks so much again.